Let's talk about a little further up the coast in California. According to reports by Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports, and wow, that was amazing.
That's all right.
That's good. I'm clearly thirsty. And Marcus Thompson from The Athletic. Draymond Green is planning to sign with Rich Paul and Klutch Sports. All right, I want to talk about what this would mean for his future with the Warriors if he becomes the latest member of Klutch. And take a look at this, right? These are the different contract options for Draymond Green. There is a wide swing there. Now, the 2020 Supermax only applies if he is Defensive Player of the Year this year, and that I don't think is going to happen, friends. But it's out there as an option, and then otherwise you can look at the other three. What do you think happens now that he's signed with Klutch? How does that up the ante here?
Look, I mean, if there's four superstars there, right? And there's also Andre Iguodala, who's a Finals MVP. But of those four superstars, the question was who was going to get the max, and if were all of them going to get the max. I would have said the choice was going to be between maxing Klay Thompson or maxing Draymond Green. I think we're starting to suspect that Klay Thompson is the guy who gets maxed and Draymond is not. So what does that mean? Draymond needs some leverage. Draymond, in his own, whatever he's got to do, whether it was going to win, whether he was going to have to win Defensive Player of the Year or get himself qualified for that Supermax, whether it's, Kevin Durant is no longer there, and then now they have to choose whether to keep those three together, who were the original core. That's another point of leverage. And so this is going to be fascinating to watch and fascinating to think of the implications of Klutch Sports being involved here, because as we just saw highlights from in 2016, LeBron and Draymond have a relationship. Draymond was one of the original guests on the shop, right?
Absolutely.
They are sort of, I wouldn't even call them frenemies. I think they're friends.
They're friends. They just like to give each other a hard time.
Yeah.
And there's been the public back and forth with like the quickie loan, the quickie T-shirt and the parade, and kind of some of that back and forth.
But I think that's fun, and I think they respect each other. And if there was ever a veteran the Lakers could be opportunistic to go trade for if they miss out on free agents this summer.
Okay, but Tim, that begs the same question, though. It applies to the Warriors. It applies to potentially the Lakers. Draymond Green is entering an age bracket. And with the way he has played, he has been undersized his whole career and banged up and everything. We just saw him have an injury the other night that Steve Kerr did not see. If you're the Warriors, do you make a huge new investment in him? If you're a team like the Lakers, are you trying to get him? What do you think is his future?
I think he's much more likely to be LeBron's teammate in Space Jam than with the Lakers.
Okay.
And his potential in Space Jam is through the roof.
Absolutely. He'd be fantastic.
But I think that Draymond's going to be a Warrior, if not for his entire career, at least through his prime. Now, I don't think he signs the extension this summer, simply because we saw the difference in dollars there. That would be a huge win for the Warriors if they are able to get him to sign that extension. But I think, especially, look, if KD leaves Golden State, I really think the guys who were there before him will be there after him, and it's kind of going to be a rallying cry of sorts of, okay, we did it without him. We're going to, we did it with him. We can do it without him again. And I think that's something that might end up actually galvanizing Golden State going into next season.
I agree with you on that. I just think the Warriors are, as Joe Lacob said, light years ahead. Okay? And the conversation
everyone laughed at the time.
Which everyone laughed at the time. But if there was ever a moment when they would need to evaluate how you're going to keep a core together, there is an argument as important as Draymond is for what they do on both sides of the ball, and as important as he is to the character of that team, to say, how are you going to keep this going through Klay and Steph's prime? It may not be with him.
With Draymond Green. So it is not stopped being amazing to me that we are talking about a team that is heavily favored to win its third straight title, heavily favored to win its fourth title in 5 years, and all anyone can do is speculate about how they're going to break up. It's insane.